Today we're going to talk about a very important topic, which is nervous coordination. This is the system of nerve cells that coordinate impulses around the body in form of electric signals. We have two important systems responsible for sending information around the body. Number one is nervous system. Number two is endocrine system. These are the two important systems responsible for sending information around the body. But different is that the rate of sending impulses in nervous system is faster than that of the endocrine system. Nervous system send impulse at fast rates, while the endocrine system send impulses at a very slow rate. Okay? Now today we're going to look at the nervous system in full. I will first start with the neuron. You need to know the diagram of the neuron, how neuron looks like. The three important parts of every neuron are: number one is dendrites, secondly is axon. This is the axon, right? Then here we have the cell body. These are the three important parts of the neuron: the dendrite, the cell body, the axon. This is the axon. Alright? We're going to look at the difference between the dendrites and axon. Okay? Here we have dendrites. Here we have axon. We are looking at difference between the dendrites and axon. We are going to list three differences, but two differences from what you can picture. That's the anatomical differences. You can picture this picture to naked eyes. Okay? If you look at the dendrite and axon, you notice that the dendrite here is short. Okay? Dendrite is short, axon is long. Dendrite here have branches. Dendrite gives off branches, then axon is unbranched. Okay? Number one difference. Dendrite is short, axon is long, dendrite is branched, axon is unbranched. Okay, as you can see from the picture. Then the last difference that the dendrite here send impulse towards the cell body. When dendrite makes impulse, it sends impulse towards this direction to the cell body. The arrow here indicates the direction towards which the impulses is being sent by the dendrite. Okay? The last, which is the third, I'll write the cell body here. This is the cell body. The third is that while the axon sends impulses away from the cell body. Okay, the first one, dendrite is short, axon is long, dendrite is branched, axon is unbranched. Dendrite sends impulses or informations to the cell body, while the axon sends the impulses away from the cell body. These are the two important differences between the dendrite and axon. Now, we have other structures in the neuron. This is the nucleus. Every cell must possess nucleus except the red blood cells. Take note. As on this neuron here, don't divide to give birth to cells. Of course, you know that every cells must undergo cell division for continuity of life. Cells must exist from pre-existing cells through cell divisions, please, except the neuron. Okay? Other structures we have here, we have the separate cells on the axon. These cells here, these cells is known as the cell is known as the Schwann cell. This is the Schwann cell. Alright? This Schwann cell here produce another structure here in the cell. That is the neuron. Produce another structure in the neuron. This is known as myelin sheath. Alright? Myelin sheath is produced by the Schwann cells. Okay? We have a protecting coat of the myelin sheath. The protecting coat of myelin sheath, like this. This is the protecting coat that surrounds the myelin sheath. Okay? That protecting coat is known as the neurolimba. Okay? Now, there is a space. This is space, potential space between two myelin sheaths. That space between the two myelin sheaths, you can see the space here. We have the space here between two myelin sheaths. The space is known as the node of Ranvier. This is the name. The space between two myelin sheaths, this is the node of Ranvier. Now, what is the function of the myelin sheath on the neuron? The myelin sheath here is responsible to make the transmission of impulses across the neuron to be very, very fast. Okay? We have two types of neuron based on the presence of this myelin sheath. Neuron with myelin sheath, they are known as myelinated neuron. Neuron without myelin sheath, they are known as unmyelinated neuron. Myelinated neuron and unmyelinated neuron. Okay? This is neuron with myelin sheath. This is neuron without myelin sheath. Okay? Because the function of myelin sheath in the neuron is to make the transmission of impulse to be very fast. Okay? That means transmission of impulse is faster in myelinated neuron than the unmyelinated neuron. Okay? So, that is it here, but have in mind, this diagram here, this part here is known as synaptic nerve. Okay? But take note of this. Neuron continuous as neuron. Continuous as neuron. Here we have another neuron. Okay, this is neuron A, and this is neuron B. Okay, this space, there's a space here. You can see the space is a potential space between neuron A and neuron B. That potential space between the two neurons is known as synapse. The potential space between two neurons is called the synaptic junction, or you can call it the synapse. Okay? Inside that space here, we have a neurohormones. Neurohormones is found in between this place. We have the neurohormones, or you can as well call it the neurotransmitters. Because all of them are not actually a hormone, some are chemicals. Okay? You can call them neurotransmitters or neuromessengers. They are found inside the synapse or the synaptic junction. Okay? So neurotransmit impulse across the axon towards the axon or neuron terminals. Then at this region here, the potential space filled with neurochemicals is responsible to make that impulse to transport to the next neuron. Okay? Why is it called neurotransmitters or neurohormones? Because they are responsible to transport impulse from one neuron to the next, and they are produced and secreted to that space by a neuron. Hence, we have the name at the beginning, neuron, before we have transmitters. Okay? They are called neurotransmitters because they are responsible for sending impulses from one neuron to the next, or from neuron to effector organ, depending on where they terminate. Okay? Then they are called neuro before the transmitter because they are synthesized and released by the neuron through the synaptic node, because this is where they are stored. Okay? In the synaptic node, the neurotransmitters or neurochemicals are stored temporarily before they will be released into the synaptic junction. I have another neuron here. I want to use this to illustrate something very, very important. Everybody must know this. Okay, as I said, neuron continues with neurons that terminate with neuron that terminate with neuron. Okay, all right. So we have neuron that terminate with muscle because neuron must terminate the distant or near target organ, as the case may be. Okay, so if neuron must terminate with something like muscle, organ, or gland, there must be muscle there. It's either skeletal muscle, smooth muscle, or cardiac muscle. Alright? So I want you to know that we have a potential space between the terminal neuron that terminates with the effector organ. There is a potential space between that neuron and the muscle of the effector organ. Okay? So assuming here we have a muscle, for example, we have muscle, we have the neuron. This is neuron, okay, and this is muscle, right? So this potential space here we have between neuron and neuron. We still have another space between neuron and muscle, okay. Now, in between this space here we have transmitters at the central. That transmitters is the neurotransmitter because they are synthesized and released by the neuron. Okay, that transmitter here is responsible for transmitting impulses from the neuron to the muscle. Okay, of course, we have our normal Schwann cell and the myelin sheath. Okay, so that space between the neuron and the muscle, this is known as the neuromuscular junction. The potential space between a neuron and a muscle, the terminal neuron and the muscle of the fetal organ, that potential space is also filled with neurotransmitters. The space is known as neuromuscular junction. Okay, this is all about the neuron, how neuron transmit impulses around the body. Okay, so the next I want you to always have in mind that these neuron transmit impulses using two important electrolytes or ions. Okay, the electrolytes used in transmitting impulses across the neuron in form of electric signals, they are the sodium ion and potassium ion. This is very important. These are important electrolytes necessary for transmission of impulses across the neuron in the nervous system. Okay, please, if you like our video, please subscribe to our YouTube channels and hit the like buttons. Okay, in the next class, the next video, we are going to look at the chart of the nervous system. Thank you and God bless you.